Welcome to the first episode of Tell You, where we tell you STEM and you get the story. Today, we're going to be discussing Earth science. Our topic is energy sources.
To begin with, what are energy sources? Energy sources are essentially where we get the power to produce heat, light, or electricity. They're the foundation of our modern world, powering everything from industries to the devices you're probably using to watch or listen to this. But not all energy sources are the same. Some are sustainable and can be replenished, while others take millions of years to form.
Let's start with renewable energy sources. These are sources that can naturally replenish over time. One of the most well-known is hydropower. Hydropower uses the energy from flowing or falling water to generate electricity. It's actually the largest contributor to renewable electricity worldwide. Here's how it works. First, water flows from a river, reservoir, or dam. When stored at a height, this water has potential energy. As it's released, it flows downward, spinning turbines. These turbines are connected to generators, converting the kinetic energy into electricity. Finally, this electricity is transmitted through power lines to homes and businesses. There are three types of hydropower systems. Impoundment. This involves dams that store water and release it when needed. Run-of-river. This uses the natural flow of a river without large reservoirs. Pumped storage. Water is pumped to a higher elevation during low demand and released during peak demand to generate electricity.
Another renewable source is geothermal energy, which taps into the Earth's internal heat. This heat comes from radioactive decay and the residual heat from when the planet was formed. Geothermal energy works within 4 steps. Number 1, heat from the earth warms water or creates steam in underground reservoirs. Then, wells are drilled to bring this hot water or steam to the surface. Third, the steam is used to spin turbines connected to generators, producing electricity. And lastly, the cooled water is often reinjected into the ground to sustain the reservoir. There are 3 main types of geothermal plants: dry steam, flash steam, and binary cycle plants, each suited for different geothermal conditions. Geothermal energy is highly reliable and emits minimal greenhouse gases, but it can cool the subsurface temperature over time and is only viable in specific locations near tectonic activity.
Fossil fuels. Now, let's turn to non-renewable energy sources, which take millions of years to form and can't be replenished in our lifetime. The most commonly used non-renewable sources are fossil fuels, which include coal, oil, and natural gas. Here's how fossil fuels work to produce energy. Fossil fuels are burned in power plants or engines, releasing heat energy through combustion. In power plants, the heat boils water, creating steam that spins turbines. These turbines drive generators to produce electricity. In engines, controlled explosions from burning fuels power vehicles or machinery. Fossil fuels come from ancient organic matter, which are plants and animals that lived millions of years ago. Over time, this organic material was buried under layers of sediment, subjected to intense heat and pressure, and transformed into coal, oil, or natural gas. So, there you have it. Renewable sources like hydropower and geothermal energy are sustainable and environmentally friendly, while non-renewable sources like fossil fuels are energy dense but come with environmental and supply challenges. As we move forward, the world is increasingly shifting towards renewables to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and combat climate change. But this transition requires innovation, investment, and awareness. As individuals, we can play a part by supporting cleaner energy options and reducing energy waste.